I remember talking to my brother, telling him that you'll never catch me in the gym. That going to a gym was stupid. That was back when I was a nerd, focused on coding and hacking and reading books. And I still do all of those things, by the way. But one day I met some girl who was into fitness, and she convinced me to go to the gym once or twice. And that changed my whole life. And I realized that I was missing out on a big opportunity to improve myself. Every guru on here will tell you that it's important for you to go to the gym, but they don't tell you the real reason why. They make it sound like it's something that you're doing for other people, to impress girls or to look cool, but that's not what it really is. I learned that going to the gym is important because it helps you balance your mental state. You can't be a one-dimensional human being who only focuses on reading books and making money and writing code while you let your body rot away. When you're a little dweeb, you don't really think about it until you go and experience it. And it's not easy. At first, I was afraid to go to the gym. At first, I felt embarrassed. I went in there the first time I went alone, and all the people in there looked jacked. Even the people that were out of shape looked jacked. And it was intimidating. It really was. But after a while, it became a routine. And I'm not going to say it's easy. It's really not easy. There's days where I don't want to go. There's times where I'm tired, I'm exhausted, my muscles are aching. The pain that you get a few days later, excruciating, even though, if I'm being honest, it's excruciating, but it also feels a little bit good. I know that sounds strange. Now I sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've got the pump. It's better than coming. For a bit, when we got evacuated from the building, I stopped going. I didn't go for about 2 months. I got lazy. But now that I started going again, I remember why I was going to begin with. It has nothing to do with impressing other people. It has nothing to do with looking good. It's all about your mental state. When you hit those weights and you're 100% focused on just getting them up in the air, just lifting them off the ground, it's a level of meditation that it's hard to achieve just sitting. It's 100% focus. And it changes you. It shows you that you can have discipline of the mind, or at least you can think that you have discipline of the mind, but you don't. Because if you're not able to resist pain, if you're not able to endure, then you really don't have true discipline over your body or your mind. You should be able to feel pain, and your mind should be able to control your body and force you to continue. So I realized pretty quickly that I didn't have control over my mind or my body. And that's the reason why you need to work out as a man. It has nothing to do with trying to attract females, looking cool, none of that stuff. It has to do with getting your mind straight and controlling your body, having full control over who you are as a human being, body and mind. I don't know what was wrong with the nerd me. I wish I had my brother here so he could tell you exactly what I said, because I said some crazy stuff back in the day. I said, oh, going to the gym is for weirdos, nerds, gym cells, lifting weights. Do you think I want to sit in a gym all day lifting rocks up and down, grounding and grunting and grounding and grimbling? You think I want to do that? You think I want to be, sounding like I'm taking it up, you know where? I said a lot of crazy things. It's kind of ironic that somebody else influenced me into going. As a man, that's another thing. We need to be stronger than that. It's a good thing that this person influenced me to go to the gym, but at the same time, when you're a young man just trying to score some easy bucks, you get manipulated into doing all, Billy's looking at me like I'm crazy. You get manipulated into doing all kinds of things. Drugs, going to parties you don't want to go to. Luckily for me, at least this one time it was something good, right? At least this one time it was something positive. And then after I broke up with that chick, Andrew Tate started to pop off, and he started talking about fitness and working out. And I think that's when I really locked in, even though I don't want to give Andrew Tate all the credit because it was really Bradley Martin. Out of all the people that influenced me in the fitness motivation area of my life, it was Bradley Martin. Bradley Martin's podcast and just his motivational angle to it and the authenticity that I saw in his content really motivated me to go. And now that I'm back in there, I'm locking in for real, for real. It's crazy how the human body works. This is really a momentum machine. You got to keep the momentum up. If you let the momentum down, you lose it all. I didn't go to the gym for 2 months, and when I went back in there, I couldn't even lift 135, which is basically 245 plates in the bar, bench press. And I still can't. I think I can now, but I'm working my way up to it so I can get a stable 10 reps of 135. And then I'm going to try to make it to 225 by the end of the year. That's my goal. I also want to raise my body weight up to at least 200 pounds. At least. So it's going to be a lot of eating, a lot of locking in. The perks of working out outside of the mental health aspect of it is that you get to look good. You get to look cool. But like I said, that's not the goal. So many young men are doing it for the wrong reasons, just like so many young men are making YouTube content for the wrong reasons. What my parents and teachers were saying since I was a kid is true. You got to do everything for yourself. Forget about everyone around you. Do it for yourself. Because when you do it for yourself, it's extremely rewarding. So rewarding. I'm so glad I started focusing on the physical aspect of my being. The mental aspect, I think I have it locked down. But the physical aspect, it needed work. I was letting it rot away. Just like you see guys that become super wealthy, super successful, famous, but they're fat slobs. I was doing the same thing, but in the opposite direction. Albeit, it doesn't look that bad when you're skinny and successful, but it still looks bad. And people still treat you different. Nobody is disrespecting you when you jump out of a Lamborghini and you're jacked. But when you jump out of a Lamborghini and you're scrawny as hell, you might get pressed. You might get pressed. I'm not going to lie. You might get talked to a certain kind of way because what can you do? You're defenseless. You're defenseless. Being a man, there's so many aspects to it that females don't understand. There's the mental aspect to it that I've talked to you guys about all the time. Getting to know who you are as a person, learning what your passions are, locking in and doing the work, and understanding your social status dynamic, supply and demand, how to restrict the supply of who you are, your attention, in order to create demand in the world, in order to raise your social status. And I'll continue to talk about that. But today, I'm focusing on the body because it's important. Having money, having fame, being successful, all of those things are great. All of those things are good. But you got to focus on who you are as a person physically as well, because you only got one body. This machine is just like any other machine on this planet. It breaks down. And if you don't take care of it, if you don't give it tune-ups, if you don't change the oil, before you know it, you'll have a dysfunctional machine. The vehicle of your mind. For a guy who's so smart, it's kind of ironic that I never put 2 and 2 together. The vessel of my mind was dilapidated, destroyed, in ruins. And I'm over here trying to collect money. What's the point of leveling up and collecting a bunch of money and becoming super successful if by the time you do it, you're dying? You're dead. Game over. Your shit is dysfunctional. A lot of smart guys, they forget all about the body. They only focus on the mind. The mind is very powerful, but without the body, the mind is nothing. I think that this is all we got. So you better take care of your machinery. You got to take care of your body. It's your vessel. Hate to quote the Bible on this one, but your body is a temple. So it's in your best interest to make sure that it's as strong as it can be. And also having full control over it. If you don't go to the gym, if you don't, stretch, if you don't try to dance, if you don't try to use your body for actual things in the real physical world, you won't have control over it. Everything looks easy. When you see a person dancing on TikTok, you think, oh, that's easy, but go try and do it. Controlling your body, having full control over your entire being is extremely difficult. And whether you believe it or not, it does affect the mind. You can be the smartest guy in the world. I did an IQ test once. I was, 138 IQ. But it doesn't matter how smart you are. Because if you don't take care of your body and you don't have full control over your body will lead your mind down paths that you did not intend to go down. And it will fuck up your whole plan. I know for a fact, and this isn't just gym, this is in every aspect of controlling your body, controlling your sexual urges, controlling your physical movement, controlling when you eat, what you consume, the whole thing. It all is one package. So many times we try to separate the mind from the body, but that's unrealistic because the two things are one. The mind is part of the body. So if you don't have control of your body, how the hell do you expect to control your mind? Going to the gym will humble you so fucking fast. You think you have control over your body until you feel that burn in your arms, until you feel that burn in your legs, and you give up instantly. You got zero control. As men, we need to strive for having full control over our entire being. And that's why I think that going to the gym is important. That's the real reason why you need to go. So you can have full control of who you are as a person.